Look into the eyes of a child and you'll be astounded by her potential. Watch a child learn and you will marvel at his quickness.
Blue-winged warbler.
Listen to a child
I made it!
and you can hear the future. 4-H is shaping that future by helping youth see their potential. 4-H is a life-changing experience.
Ready, go.
Today, kids are busier than ever. They have hundreds of more choices than you did growing up, which is why it's critical they spend time on the important things. A new study from Tufts University finds there is one activity that can make the biggest difference in a kid's chance for success in this world. That activity is 4-H. Here are some of the many ways 4-H is helping young people see their potential.
We're not just about using technology to serve the community.
We are developing technology leaders for tomorrow.
I've been doing robotics for about a year now, and it's really made me think about what I want to do for college.
Stand up, everybody!
4-H is a community of young people across Minnesota who are learning leadership, citizenship, and life skills.
If you're in 4-H, you get to know who you are. I think that's really important in the world today, is to know your strengths, your weaknesses, you know, what you really enjoy doing.
You really learn about yourself. You think you're learning all these other things, and you are, but really you're developing as a person.
4-H, I really do believe, helped shape and mold who I am today. My very first 4-H experience was giving a 4-H demonstration. It was one of my favorite memories in 4-H, and it has been one of the most traumatic experiences of my life, but I truly believe that it really did mold and shape who I am. That demonstration, I truly believed, helped me decide that I wanted to do this for a living. Look at me today. I am a public speaker, and now I'm not afraid to do it in front of millions of people.
The experience of doing 4-H demonstrating, of being, a 10-year-old up there with your posters and cooking in front of people, really made a big difference in my life, of being able to really get up on the public stage and be able to make a presentation.
I remember my first time I had to speak in front of someone, I nearly cried and wanted to sit down, but I don't know, just after a while you learn not to be afraid of people and are able to be a leader.
We had to go into the bank at Comfrey. We had to borrow the money to buy that calf. So that was the experience of talking to your banker. Of course, that was the first time I ever talked to a banker.
The other thing is the leadership skills. I mean, clearly being in 4-H, working with a really diverse group of kids from around the state, being put in the situation where it wasn't adults leading us, it was that we were put in charge.
To be a leader, you have to have confidence in yourself. And you build that confidence by trying new things.
You have to negotiate with other kids. I mean, you don't think of it that way when you're doing it. You have to negotiate, you have to learn how to compromise.
Finding out that you don't always have to be right. Being aware that sometimes you're going to make a mistake. And you can do that through lots of different ways, and 4-H, I think, allows you to learn those leadership skills in a very positive way.
The public speaking that I got out of being involved in 4-H has been one of the central parts of my life. I saw 4-H take a lot of people out of despair and put them on a hopeful track. It provided a place for them to find some type of wholeness, to reach out and almost have an extended family. My family was very involved. In fact, we're probably one of the most involved families on the south side of Chicago. So much so that that sign in the picture, we had that tacked up above our door. And that was one of the proud things in the old days, to have that above your door. And so instead of being in some of the notorious street gangs, we were in 4-H. And we took a lot of ribbing for that, but we made it out alive.
Thanks to 4-H, kids are doing better in school. On the White Earth Indian Reservation, a 4-H-sponsored program helps students learn modern science using centuries-old traditions. You may see a birch bark canoe, but a student sees a lesson in geometry and physics. A glass of maple syrup unlocks the world of chemistry. The deer harvest teaches biology. All of it hands-on.
Just the whole process of taking it apart and putting the one back together made you learn how to do it. So like if your bike broke down, you could do it yourself. I don't know, it makes you feel like you know what you're doing. Like you can do something really good at first.
Just to learn to build a bicycle and how it's put together and whatnot teaches those kids so many skills. And I think personally, just seeing that enthusiasm now, I think personally that this will sway some kids to further their educations after high school here. We're also seeing a different kind of an attitude in students about the maths and the sciences. I hear now positive comments about kids' enthusiasm to participate.
Since the program began, math and science test scores are up dramatically. These students are setting their sights higher and having a lot of fun.
It's a fun group of people to be around, and when you're around the young people, they're so full of energy, it kind of brings you back.
I support 4-H because I still bleed green. I do. I know how 4-H changed my life, and I've seen it change so many others.
4-H is very important to have around because there are a lot of youth activities that aren't there anymore.
And to me, 4-H is so important to continue to support because I know how it helps kids. It gives them opportunities they wouldn't otherwise have.
I was a recipient of some scholarships, and those were so helpful to me. It didn't matter how small or how large the scholarship was, it was that somebody cared enough and that they rewarded what I had done as far as my involvement. And so I think that young people should have that chance. So whenever I can give monetarily, also give of my time to help the next generations to try to be successful.
The whole 4-H slogan goes, see your potential. I mean, I guess I've kind of seen that. Like my plans are to be a doctor, and I mean, it's a lot of school, but to believe in myself that I can do it, I think is kind of definitely something that 4-H has given me.
Believing in yourself is the key to success in life.
I made it!
The key to 4-H's success is your support.